Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. A little bit later stream tonight. Wanted to get something up about the Denver Nuggets as they're currently kind of crazy season for the Nuggets. Things have been a little wild in the last couple weeks, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the 76ers game and some of the injuries that the Nuggets unfortunately are dealing with currently, which is making for some dramatic results for the Nuggets. I know I've been in Bronco land quite a bit, but I've had my eye on the Nuggets. NBA is past Christmas, so it is time to start paying attention to what's going on with the Nuggets. And I guess the easiest and most obvious place to start is their insane, crazy overtime win against the 76ers in Philadelphia a few nights ago, where the Nuggets had listed 8 players out: Tamar Bates, Christian Braun, Aaron Gordon, Tim Hardaway, Cameron Johnson, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Jonas Valanciunas. Amazingly, the Denver Nuggets went ahead and beat the Philadelphia 76ers with the likes of Spencer Jones, Peyton Watson, DeRon Holmes, Jalen Pickett, Bruce Brown, and Zeke Naji leading the way. And it's it's funny. It's really a contrast to. It's one of the reasons why Mike Malone is just not the head coach anymore. And it's hard to believe it's been still less than a year. A year ago, Michael Malone was still coaching this Denver Nuggets basketball squad. But it's clear to me that had the Nuggets, granted they were basically giving up, not so much giving up, but just horrible injury bug in the middle of a season, the Nuggets would not have won this game a year ago with Michael Malone. There's absolutely no way. Both from a belief from the current head coach, Dave Adelman, from his Michael Malone's basically refusal to develop younger rookie players. And quite frankly, some of these guys, certainly Jalen Pickett and DeRon Holmes, they just haven't had the opportunity, as the Nuggets are pretty loaded. They've not had the opportunity to go ahead and contribute in meaningful games all the time. And when you put guys in these guys are all professionals. They want to do well. You put them in a certain situation and essentially challenge them. You'd be surprised at the results. I certainly was surprised at the results. The NBA world was shocked at the results. But it goes to show that hopefully this really can be a positive for the Nuggets. It really can be, because you're getting some guys who normally wouldn't play very much, valuable playing time, development time, which is honestly it's kind of hard to do in the regular season of an NBA season. But these are a bit of what they would call the dog days of the NBA. You're past Christmas, it's cold, guys are starting to wear down a little bit, and all of a sudden you're asking a lot of your younger, lesser involved players to step up. And they did. Peyton Watson, especially, 24 points. Jalen Pickett, 29 points. Bruce Brown, 19. I mean, Bruce Brown's a veteran. That's fine. But yeah, to get 21 points out of Zeke Naji. Zeke Naji, a guy who's still making considerable money for this team. And certainly has been a bit of an afterthought at certain points. Other guy that I should mention, of course, although he only had 10 points, is Spencer Jones. A player that, I'll be honest, I wasn't super familiar with until I went to a few Nuggets games. And I remember the first one I went to, I went, who's that guy? I mean, the energy he plays with, the enthusiasm that he plays with, and I don't want to get too superfluous on all that. But Spencer Jones, really, it's a diamond in the rough. An undrafted, basically late round player that the Nuggets were able to find and have now developed into a quality rotational player. Something that the previous regime, especially Calvin Booth, had essentially told everyone in the media about this time last year that the Nuggets had no moves to make, that the roster was set, their hands were tied, nothing we can do. And it turns out that there's a reason why Calvin Booth is no longer employed by the Denver Nuggets and is not doing anything in the league, because it was just not true. There's talent to be found. There are diamonds in the rough always to be found. I'm very happy for Spencer Jones. He certainly have found a role here. Gosh knows he didn't. Like I said, he only had 10 points, but he played 43 minutes in this game. So congratulations to the Nuggets on all that. That being said, I'm looking now because I wanted to get a bit of a updated. This is from CBSSports.com. A bit of an updated, excuse me, injury report as to maybe when the Nuggets will get some of these guys back. Jonas Valanciunas, of course, was injured last Friday, February 2nd. Expected to be out till at least the 1st of February. Nikola Jokic with a knee hyperextension, which I thank God it wasn't worse. It looked really bad when he was shuffling around there right after the injury. Expected to be out again till February 1st. Cameron Johnson expected to be out till the 22nd. Knee problems, and so we'll see how that goes. I am still optimistic, certainly for the Nuggets season overall. I mean, there's no reason to see why this team can't at least get to the Western Finals, probably playing Oklahoma City. Although Oklahoma City is 6-6 in their last 12 games, so they've shown some vulnerability too. These are long seasons; they always have been, and so it's good to see the Nuggets. The Nuggets really step up. Last thing I wanted to comment on because I was kind of poking around today, and there's been a lot of talk about um, Jamal Murray over the years. I've certainly been hard on Jamal because Jamal is a very talented player. Jamal makes a ton of money. And Jamal Murray, when he's the second best player on your team, you can win a title, as the Nuggets did in 2023. But Jamal, the fact that he basically admitted that he's come into various seasons out of shape, I find absolutely maddening. When being a professional athlete, part of being that is being prepared and ready to go basically day one for the season. He finally admitted that he was doing that this year, finally really kind of living up to his potential. He is averaging a career high 25.4 points per game in 34 games that he has played with the Nuggets. Um, and those are great. And he's never been an all-star. And it's finally maybe will happen this season. But I would also tell Jamal that he has no one to blame but himself at this point. Being this far into his career, not making an all-star game, he can blame it on the media. He can blame it on the voters. He can blame it on everything else. But this is on Jamal. And as he's sold some of the reporters, Mark Spears, all-star, everything, scoring champ, MVP, all of it. Well, good. I'm glad you're motivated, Jamal. I don't know what it took. Obviously, certain guys mature at different points in their career. He's 28 years old. Maybe he is starting to feel a little bit of his NBA mortality, which would be great. And again, I'm still rooting for Jamal Murray. I think Jamal Murray is immensely talented. Jamal Murray can absolutely score with the best of them in the league. And when he is motivated and when he plays to his highest potential, he can actually carry the Denver Nuggets to wins without Nikola Jokic. They can't win a title without Nikola Jokic, but certainly Jamal can fill in for Jokic while he is out. And I hope that maybe some of the younger players, quite frankly, with them doing so well, in a weird way, maybe inspire Jamal to keep going on this track. Because if he's the second best player on the Nuggets and playing out of his mind, the Nuggets can make another title run. It's definitely in the cards. They have everything in front of them, and I just wanted to kind of react to some of that. It's harder to assess the NBA because I don't cover it quite as much as I do the Broncos in the middle of football season. But of course, all of a sudden you look up and about half the season has been played, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, well we've actually played a good sample size of NBA games to see where we're at. And for the Nuggets, there is some vulnerability here. They're sitting right now at third, 25-12, behind the red hot San Antonio Spurs, and of course the all of a sudden semi-average stretch Oklahoma City Thunder, who are still atop of the Western Conference at 31-7. Nuggets in the 3 seed right now would technically play the Houston Rockets if the season were to end today. But Nuggets looking good. Really, I'm just very relieved that Nikola Jokic did not have a more serious injury. Again, these are long seasons. And I also want to commend David Adelman for trusting. I saw him in some of the press clippings after the game in the locker room. He looked as ecstatic, a little surprised and proud of his guys for their performance against the Philadelphia 76ers the other night. But the Denver Nuggets certainly have a lot of things to look forward in front of them. and going ahead and still, yet again, as I was looking at this, I wanted to make sure we're going ahead and winning in Boston. So the Denver Nuggets have won at 76ers and at the Boston Celtics without Nikola Jokic. Congratulations to them. Um, it's only a couple games against Eastern Conference opponents. It doesn't define the season by any means, but it is very good to see that the Nuggets are in good hands. And quite frankly, they're a team. They're a complete team. They have multiple ways of doing things and getting the job done, even when their superstar talent is no longer available for a certain portion of the season. Anyways, thanks again for a little late night stream. Just want to get a little Nuggets reaction. I'm going to definitely dig deeper and deeper into the Nuggets as we go along here. But definitely impressive for the Nuggets winning 2 East Coast games against formidable competition shorthanded. Once again, my name is Andrew Sharp, Sharp Sports YouTube podcast, and thanks for